Hey YouTubers, welcome back. Okay, this is not limited to, but this is for people going through the awakening process. Going through the awakening process, then I hope that you find this video to be helpful. Okay? This is also for those of you, if you're going through a spiritual awakening, you probably have already met your twin. Because you could have been going through the awakening process. Let's talk about this first. You could have been going through the awakening process already, stuck in karmic cycles with other relationships. You met this person and it was quick. It was quick. It was quick, meaning it never ascended to a committed relationship. Okay? This person came in your life based off of a desire because you were going through an awakening process. And this person comes in and shows you everything about you, good and bad. Shows you your shadow side. What's your shadow side? All those lower level feelings that you've been carrying around with you that need to be lifted and released from you because it's part of your ego that needs to be shed. And it's based off of perception. So stop questioning yourself first and foremost about who it is, because you know who it is. You know who it is. It's something that if you're questioning, you're denying yourself. Put it this way. What if I told you that you and your twin, it's 12:12 over there on that clock. 12:12. I told you none of my clocks are the same in this freaking house. And that clock over there says 12:12 right now. Listen. What if I told you that you and your twin were living the same life in relation to your feelings? Not anything. Your lives are not comparable with family, where you grew up, jobs, anything of that nature. That's all ego. That's all surface. What you see on the surface isn't what's on the inside, and that's what the twin is, right? So what if I told you that you and your twin were living the same life based off of your feelings? All those feelings that you felt were a desired feeling that you both have. Soulmate, wanting to meet your soulmate, wanting to be in a relationship, wanting to meet somebody you can share your life with, based off of a desire, right? But all those lower level feelings that have been buried within you, that have always been there, because you felt them over and over and over again in any relationship you had, because those relationships were the relationships where validation needed to happen. You really never received validation, or you did for a little bit, but then you were treated as if you were unworthy by way of circumstances and situations. So this person comes into your life because it was a deep desire. And they came into your life at the time you were already going through an awakening. Because the thing is that twins have been going through an awakening their whole entire life. How do I know that? Because I know, based off of the fact that you're the black sheep of the family. Every single one of you who is going through this awakening process, who is being pulled onto a spiritual-based path, mission, in order to help others on a spiritual level, on a soul level, you in fact met each other at a time that you both, and it might even be a perception that you weren't black sheep, as the way you saw each other in the paradigm you grew up in, surroundings. But on a deep level, I'm talking none of this. This is all perception. I'm talking about feelings inside of being the black sheep of the family, not living your life in the way that your family believes that you should be living your life. But you tried for a long time to do that, and it never felt good to you. You're misunderstood. People don't understand you. You feel different. You're into things that people perceptionally think is weird or black magic. Let's be real here. So you meet each other at the exact time you were meant to meet each other, because you wouldn't have met each other without the way that it was set up. There was no other way that it could be set up. It wasn't a coincidence. There are no such things. Energies, and the way that they're synchronized, is by something outside of yourself that you cannot see, but you can feel it. That's what the twin was. You saw that person, and at one point in time, in that short amount of time you spent with this person, because they were planted away from you, there are circumstances and situations on an egotistical level that this person is unattainable to be with based off of what? False-based beliefs, religious background, age, distance, all of those things that don't hold love apart. It's your belief that it's unattainable because of your fears. And that's exactly what this awakening process is about. Learning to fear nothing. All of your circumstances and situations are challenges. Challenges for you to face and get through. Because the award of abundance for doing what it is that you're being pulled to do without fearing judgment of others, fearing what others have to say, talk's cheap. People love to talk. Talk, talk, talk. They don't know. Gossip's gossip. Let them gossip. Because where you're being pulled is on a path that is undeniably abundant, where you're helping to awaken even those who doubted you. Why sacrifice your happiness in where you're being pulled, where you know, because you've seen it, you've envisioned it, where it's like amazing, yet you doubt yourself? Because why? Because people have embedded in your mind that you can't do that because of their selfish reasons, and that's controlling others. You know what your mission is, and you know where you're being pulled to. And if you're confused about it, I can help you to an extent of, I'm not able to tell you exactly what your mission is, but I can help you pick through your life in order to figure it out for certain. But this awakening process is happening intensely at the time that it is, because it's undeniable by the way that you feel. I always say, perceptionally, who's really blind here? Are we who can see actually very blind? And the people who cannot see, who are born blind, the ones who are truly awakened? Because They live their life through the feeling of perception. Their senses guide them. Our ego has been guiding us, right? Think about it. And what's ego? Deception. Who are you deceiving? Yourself. You're deceiving yourself. Lack of belief within yourself. You have to prove things to others. You have to do what everybody else says that you should be doing with your life because they don't get it. You're the black sheep. You're the black sheep. You've always been the black sheep of your family. You've always felt like the outsider. Right? Yes. You know that's the way that you feel. But the thing is the only reason you feel that way is because you can't get on board with living through the egotistical mind because you're purging that. That's what's painful about this process. But understand, as you move on to the path that you're being pulled onto, slowly but surely, doors open. And they open. And they continue to open where they're swinging open in order for you to truly understand you are on the correct path. Pay attention. Pay attention. You're given signs. You see numbers. You ask for signs. They're given to you. Yet you question this person who you met, who triggered and woke you up, right? Why? You're fearing your own truth. You're fearing where it is that you're being guided to. And you feel like this person, you have to have validation from that person in order to continue to keep going or even get started. But the thing is that you can't fight against it because when it is your time on this journey and there's circumstances and situations in your life, karmically speaking here, that need to be removed, the energies will synchronize in order to cause moments in your life where you lose things that are no longer serving you in order to continue to force you up on to the path you need to be on. It's something that's undeniable, and I know that through my own experiences. This is why I'm sharing this with you guys, because you can't fight it. You're fighting your own self. Why would you do that? You're helping others who are awakening that are not being pulled onto a spiritual based practice in order to help change the way that the world has been created through egotistical minds. And those people who are going through the awakening and not being pulled on a path in order to do a spiritual practice are in fact looking for others, us, to help them. It's the ego. It's the money. It's the perception of being successful to prove yourself to others that I can have the big old house and the big old car that costs $130,000 and the nicest clothes and the who gives a shit? Can you take that with you when you leave here? Nope. My grandfather always used to say to me, you might as well spend it because you can't take it with you. Damn straight you can't. So what are you doing here? What are you doing here? Ask yourself, what are you doing here? You know how it is that you feel during this awakening process, and you know that you want to do something on a higher conscious level in order to bring spirituality has been here. We are, and I will preach this till the day I die also, we are a shell. We are a spiritual being inside of a shell having a human experience. It is not the other way around. We are not humans waking up to spirituality. We are a soul inside of a human body. How is it that we as humans, we're waking up to what? To the world around us? The world around us has been here. We came here. We manifested here. A soul inside of a growing shell who came here. It's insanity to me. Where's the sun? Come on. So you and this person are living the same life by feelings, not by the paradigm you grew up in or where you are perceptionally. Your feelings are what you both are purging. You met off of a desire, it was synchronized. You came here at different times and grew up and had different experiences. In order to meet each other at the time, you needed to awaken fully or get your partner, who has always been the black sheep of the family, to wake up because they've been hitting their face against the wall, not being able to live happily and not being able to figure it out and not wanting to do what everybody else wants them to do. And as they have been trying, they have been failing. So it came together at the exact moment it was meant to. And you both were able to talk about things that you wouldn't talk about to the egotistical mind of others. And you know who those others are. You could read, tarot. You could be into the metaphysical. You could be into, things that are perceivably weird and crazy to others, right? But that person, when you met them, you spoke about these things with ease. It didn't feel weird because you were freaking talking to yourself. But then the fears, the shadow side, is what surfaced, and it was meant to surface. And then your fears crept up and made you believe there's no way this is ever going to work out. They're too old, they're too young, they live too far, they're this religious background, I'm this religious background, I'm this culture, they're that culture. All the things that don't matter. Fears, shadow side, blocked the connection on a deeper level, yet that connection cannot be broken because it's always been in existence. It just wasn't time for you guys to meet prior to your meeting. It's the experiences that you're going through that are needed and necessary in order to clear your lives completely of any egotistical, karmic, mundane BS. It's the lessons, because your life is being reconstructed around you. And when you force up against it, the energies will work together in order to synchronize and cause you moments in your life that are unexplainable, where you can't understand why it's happening to you. I can tell you why it's happening to you. It's happening to you because you need to get on to living through your heart by what it is that you truly know and believe within yourself, because you don't know things. You're not interested in things about enlightenment and about spirituality and about lucid dreaming and, all of those things that you've been interested in, reading tarot cards, astrology, numerology. You're not interested in all of those things for no reason. You're not. It's for purpose, because you were put here in order to bring enlightenment to others through your knowledge and your experiences. The harder you force up against it, the harder the lessons come, until perceptionally you're left with nothing but your own self and your knowledge and understanding This is not right. Something's wrong. That's what happened to me, where I was like, something's freaking wrong here. Like, real wrong. So wrong. This is not normal. What's normal? Right? Till finally, I had to go within inside myself and figure it out. And that's when I woke up. It wasn't about anything other than the feelings that were masking the truth. No one can validate you. Nobody can control how you feel, and nobody can control your life by using emotional manipulation to make you believe that you need to live the life that others are telling you you need to live by way of what society will view you as. If you are an unsuccessful person in your life, you perceptionally are a loser. You are, unambitious. You don't have goals. You're just living off other people. Sure. Living off of other people's false perceptions and beliefs in what it is that you need to be doing. And that's why you've always felt like the black sheep. So the things that you're interested in, and through this awakening process, you're shedding ego and you're being pulled to do what it is that you agreed to do before you came here. And the person who you came into connection with, who woke you up the whole way, is undeniably, and it has to be undeniable to you, unquestionable, that is your direct counterpart, twin flame, yin and yang. You know the moment you looked in their eyes and you saw yourself because you saw pain. And you tried to mask that pain, right? Blindly unaware of what was about to happen to you throughout it all. And you denied it and you denied it. You pushed it away. You shoved them off, and or you did a disappearing act, whatever. But the divine said, what do you guys think you're doing? Wake the hell up. So then a circumstance and a situation could have arose between you two. And things just started crashing. So what do? Fall to bouts of depression. Drink. Can't eat. Nauseated. Can't get out of bed. Crying all the time. What the hell's happening to me? Why is this happening? It's happening because it had to happen. It was going to happen. It didn't matter what the time doesn't matter. Time is, we're existing here. Age is a perception. Clearly there's a certain level, and we know that on a deeper level, of children, and I'm not talking, and I always say this about a 16-year-old and a 35-year-old. Come on, there's a level of respect here and understanding that through evolution, through knowledge and growth here. But I'm speaking on a level of, I don't give a shit if you're 10, 15, 20 years apart in age, where it's 25 and 45. Age is a perception. There's another thing with people who go through this awakening process. You don't appear to be as old as you truly are, because actually, how old are you? How many fucking lifetimes have you been here? Excuse my language. But if you're a light worker or you're going through the awakening process, you know what it's like to curse all the time. Please. But I'm serious. That doesn't matter. It does not matter. We are, as stated, a soul inside of a shell. It's your perception that needs to be altered. Once full alignment within yourself, without a doubt in your body, in your soul, that this is the person who woke you up, and you have trust and keep that faith, you're raising the vibration between the two of you, where now their doubts no longer reside within them, and it pulls the energy quicker onto the path. As I stated before, you and your twin are living the same life in regards to how you feel. Black sheep, black sheep. Misplaced person. Misunderstood. Don't want to do what everybody else is doing. Have interest in the metaphysical. Have interest in doing things that people would perceptionally see it as strange, weird, whatever. Both of your fears of abandonment, unworthiness, being cheated on, feeling used. People only want you for your social standing and your money. You both have gone through the same experiences. You experience the same things differently, but the feelings from those experiences that have been embedded inside of you that you both triggered to the surface, you both have felt those feelings, and that person was that powerful because it was you in relation to you who was able to magnify that desired feeling of radiating love and sharing it, passion, excitement, enjoyment. And then what? All of those nasty, nasty feelings that have been lying inside of you did what? Surfaced all at once. Abandoned. Unworthy. Not good enough. Sex object. Only want me for my money and social standing. Whatever. Whatever those feelings were that were triggered, trust and believe, and I know it for certain, they were triggered within them also. And the more you doubt that person being who they are to you, do you know that's the same doubts that they have? You're feeding the doubt. Stop feeding the doubt. Feed the faith. Go where it is and on the path that you need to go. Don't question it. Why would you do such a thing? Why would you question your own self? Why would you question your own worth? Why would you question what the divine has brought you? A gift. A gift from a deep desire that you put out. Why deny it? Why fall to lower level feelings and activities? I know it's hard. And I know that drinking and, doing drugs and whatever, you know what that is? That's numbing. That's numbing because you're afraid of your feelings. You got to feel the hurt feelings in order to understand them and where they came from and how to get rid of them. If you're numbing them, you're not getting rid of them. And now what are you doing? Destroying your body. I know all about it. And during my awakening process, I was accused of doing drugs. I don't do drugs. No. I don't do man-made nasty drugs. No, I certainly do not. But I was accused of doing drugs by my family. Black sheep, remember? Yet I don't do drugs. Perceptionally, drinking's okay, right? Not in excess to the point where you're putting vodka on your Cheerios, but that's acceptable by society-based beliefs. Yet that destroys your body. Numbs the mind. What are you numbing? Hurt, pain, fears. I'm not downplaying having some wine or, drink whatever, but I'm saying, are you doing it out of pain? Wrong way. Wrong way. When you're feeling bad, it shows. And some people are really good at hiding pain. But when you're going through the awakening process, sometimes you just want to be by yourself. Lock yourself in a room for 4 days, 4 months. Because it's intolerable to be around people because they don't get you. You've always felt misunderstood, but now you feel even more misunderstood than you ever did in your whole entire life. That means you're going down the right path. Because it's now time to get involved with your deeper self and understanding and stop doubting what it is that you're going through, because you're going through it for a higher purpose. And if you keep fighting against it, tower moments into row, as I always say, will happen, and it will be outside of your control. If you don't believe me, then don't. But I've already lived it by fighting up against it. And I speak to people all over the world who also have had that happen to them because they weren't following their heart. They were living their life based off of the ego and needing to prove themselves to others. Don't work that way. Not in the way that things are changing. No, it most certainly does not. And your abundance lies by following your heart and by trusting and continuously having faith in what it is that you were brought with by meeting this person, which was yourself. You met yourself. There's no other love like that exists here. Unconditional love of self. There's no other love that exists here. So why not be grateful for that person? Have compassion towards them. Don't doubt them. By you doubting, you're doubting yourself. You're feeding the doubt. You're feeding exactly what it is that they want you to feed, the lower level negative energies, in order to hold love apart. We're here to keep love from falling apart between people and in themselves. We're here to heal. We're here to heal in our own way, in our own purpose, in our own, way of what it is that our desire is in order to help others. That's why we're here. We all came here with a higher purpose in order to help others. And by denying yourself, you're denying, pure unconditional love of yourself. Stop putting conditions on your enlightenment to what it is that you know that you need to be doing, because that's where your abundance lies. Abundance lies there. You will always be taken care of. Abundantly taken care of. Because happiness isn't pleasure, it's freedom, right? Happiness. Through happiness, what? Health. Through all of that, wealth. In all forms. Wealth isn't about how much money you have in your bank or your pocket. Wealth is everything. That's living a wealthy life. Unconditional love of self, which feels good, healthy, enjoyment, wealth. Always taken care of. Always. Without a doubt. Even in your darkest hours, you were never left alone. Okay, I need to pause this for 1 second because we need to get some light. Okay, sorry about that. We have light. And it just said 34. Okay, so now, carrying on, I want to share what guided me to do this video today, okay? Who likes Erykah Badu? I do. I love her. I used to listen to her CD all day, all the time, in the car. A place where I used to work at, this guy, he would play her music all the time. So today, what song, I have not listened to Erykah Badu in a while, okay? And what song just comes onto my path today? On and on. So I want to talk about this song, and I'm going to break it apart for you because it is all about what? Awakening, enlightenment. Yeah. Go listen to the song. I'm going to be reading some of the lyrics to you and breaking it and picking it apart for you. But go listen to that song. So let's start with the first part I wrote down. Peace and blessings manifest with every lesson learned. If your knowledge worth your wealth, then it would be well earned. Let's pick it apart. How do peace and blessings manifest? Through your lessons you're learning on your path. Circumstances and situations cause what? Lessons. Lessons to what? Coming to peace with the lesson. Peace and blessings then manifest through the lesson. Knowledge is wealth. If your knowledge were your wealth, then it would be well earned. You're earning knowledge, wisdom through lessons in order to bring peace. That's what manifests through your lessons on your path. It's not about earning money. That's not knowledge. Lessons are knowledge, wisdom, clarity. Next part of it. If we were made in his image, then call us by our name. Most intellects do not believe in God, but the fear is just the same. Pick it apart. If we were made in his image, then call us by our name. Image of God, image of love. Most intellects do not believe in God, but their fear is just the same. Pain and love are not two of the same. Pain and love are not two of the same. Ego. Fear. Fearing what it is that you want the most. Knowledge isn't gained out of reading a book, it's out of lessons. If we were made in his image, then call us by our name. Love, God, is within all of us. But perceptionally, why do we feed fear over it? Why do we fall to fear and not rise up to the love that we felt? No one can make another person feel anything other than what's inside of you. You felt that love, but then your fear was more strong than the love that you carried within yourself that was reflected out of another. You fear what you want the most. You rush into destruction because you don't have nothing left. The mothership can't save your soul, so your ass is going to get left. Let's pick it apart. You rush into destruction. Destruction of what? Because you don't have anything left? Forcing up against what? Following your heart? So your ego has you rushing into things that destruct. But the mothership can't save your soul, so your ass is going to get left. Meaning, this shell that you're living in on this earth, right, cannot save your soul. Money cannot save your soul. Fear does not save your soul. This place cannot save your soul. Destruction of falling victim to your ego is exactly where you will be left. You will be left with nothing, because the divine will come in and intercept the egotistical mind-based beliefs in things that you need to have in your life in order to feel happy, because you don't feel happy. And you start to destruct yourself because you're denying yourself what it is that you desired that was brought to you. She repeats cipher in the song. What does the word cipher mean? It's a code. It's a message in code. The song, the way that she's singing it, there's hidden messages in all of it. Read between the lines. What is the deeper message? Cipher, zero, infinity. She also states, I was born under the water with $3.06. Yeah, you may laugh because you did not do your math. Because why? Perceptionally, $3.06 is what? $3.60? Ego would laugh at that. You're not wealthy. You have $3.06. You may laugh because you did not do your math. What she's indicating here is 360. The world keeps turning on what? An axis. 360. 360 degrees. The world keeps turning. Oh, what a day. What a day. What a day. The message behind this song is that your knowledge is wisdom through your lessons, where you are then able to come to peace with yourself by shedding your ego, by understanding that it's not about the money, that it's not about this egotistical world, because that is what's destructing us. It's waking up to your spiritual side, your spiritual self. You've been waking up since you came here. You're the black sheep of your family. You've been interested in things outside of what your society-based beliefs within your paradigm have believed. You are not wrong by following your heart, and that is where your abundance lies. You met the direct counterpart in order to wake you up. Stop doubting them and understand. You were led to each other. You were synchronized to meet each other in order to shed all of this, so that your fears are not stronger than your love in your heart, your belief in not being able to obtain it is what needs to be faced in order for it to come back together. Because once both are fearless, then that's when it comes together in union. Because neither of you no longer care what anybody thinks about your relationship and or thinks about what you're doing. Because when you're doing it, it makes your heart and soul sing with joy. And what? You're a force that will not be able to be reckoned with, and you will be healing, helping, and changing the world and lives forever by the light you both will be radiating. The light you radiate alone is the same light you radiate together. Your doubts, your fears, your worries, dim that light between you two. No longer doubt or fear the connection, but understand it on a deeper level. That the same feelings that you feel, have felt, so have they. You're just living two different lives at two different times. But you're now in the same paradigm together because you've now met each other no matter where you're placed in this world in order to shed all of your fears and show the world that there is nothing that can hold pure unconditional love apart. Not a person, not a place, not a thing, not money, not beliefs. Nothing can hold it apart. That is what twins are here doing together. Proving to this world of egotistical minds that you can no longer control love by making us believe that our age, our distance, our cultural background, our race, all of those things that don't hold love apart is exactly what twins are here to prove and do and help others. Because people have not been loving themselves. People have been falling to depression. People have been hurting themselves. People have been taking themselves out of here. Why? Because it's intolerable. Because they feel worthless. They don't feel good about themselves. It's enough already. Stop doubting your love that you share with another. It's your fears that are blocking it. And once you can get past your fears, there's your abundance. There should be no fears in opening up about anything and everything that's happened to you in your life with that person, because they will understand, because they had felt the same feelings. They know what it feels like to be treated and controlled by family or friends or society-based beliefs. They know what it's like to be ridiculed and slandered. You're the black sheep, remember? Of course you can understand each other. It's the others that don't understand. So why are you allowing others to hold your love apart? It's insanity. I want to do an angel message card on this and then close this out. So I hope that you guys understood my messages in this. And I know that it will be helping many of you who are going through this awakening and believe, stop disbelieving the love that you shared with another, because it's not unbelievable. It's your fears that are making it unbelievable. And isn't that exactly what the dark energies and fear wants you to do? Doubt everything? Sure. The bottom of the deck, you have Archangel Gabriel. You have an important life purpose involving communication in the arts. Please don't allow insecurities to hold you back. I will help you. Okay, so there are people out there, interested in communication in the arts. Take it like this. What is it that you were doing based off of society? A desire to be doing something in communication in the arts, right? Flip it now to what end of it would be more of a spiritual path for you. Take it and flip it. Go deeper. Take out the surface. Go inside. Ariel. New psychic and spiritual experiences are changing the way you view the world and yourself. Allow your spiritual gifts to open through study, prayer, and meditation. What have I been talking about? Come on. Spiritual experiences are changing the way you view the world and yourself. Allow your spiritual gifts to open through study, prayer, and meditation. You're not crazy. It's this world that's crazy. Stop denying yourself, your abundance, and what it is that you came here to do. Stop it. Just stop. I don't know what else to say. The mothership can't save your soul, so your ass is going to get left. Ego cannot save your soul. Living on a freaking prayer, right? Only way. Stop allowing the fears and the doubts to hold you back from what it is that your heart truly desires. It was brought to you. You didn't see it because you were blind, but hopefully now you can see. I told you we don't have coincidences here. This card did not fly out because we have coincidences. New psychic and spiritual experiences are changing the way you view the world and yourself. Allow your spiritual gifts to open. Study, prayer, meditation, faith, trust. Follow your heart will never guide you anywhere that you're not supposed to be. I hope that I helped you guys. I hope that you understand these messages. Let me know if you need me. Love from above 717 at gmail.com. You know I love you. Bye.